Ah, yes. It is your typical go-to merienda. Great for any time in the day. A breakfast in the morning, a snack in the afternoon, or a late night evening dinner where you're too lazy to cook something. Great for any occasion. Why not pancit for a date? Pancit to bring on burol. Or pancit while watching a movie. It's loved by a lot of people, from kids to adults, but maybe not old people because it's kinda unhealthy for them, but they can just eat like a really tiny bit. But why? What makes pancit so lovable by a lot? Why do I love it? And if I were to rate it, how far would I give it? From probably a scale of 1 to 10, how far would I give it? That is the question for today's video, which is we're reviewing Pancit Canton. The flavor, I must say, it's pretty nice. It has some spice, some sourness, and some sweetness. It uses these two mini containers of flavors. One for the spices, which is like the powder. Also, it's used for saltiness, and the other one is used for the sauciness and the oiliness, the liquidy part. Although there are some flaws to these kinds of techniques, which I'm calling the flavor booger. Wow, the flavor booger. To me personally, I like this flavor booger. This flavor booger that I am specifically calling or making a name out of it. Ito yung pagka hinalo niyo yung pancit canton and then may pagka buo-buo na bilog-bilog na parang kulay brown, and then when you take a bite out of it, it's crispy and it explodes with like mad explosion of flavor. But with flavor booger, there will be some spots on noodles where there are no flavors because technically all the flavors went to the flavor booger. So there are some spots in the noodles where there are no flavor, which is a big sad for me, and I don't like that. I like everything equal. I like when I eat my noodles, I like it when there's flavor. Technically, who doesn't like noodles without flavor, right? Before Pancit Canton wasn't even born, it first started as a noodle with soup. Everyone loves soup. It's warm, it's nice, it's like a big warm hug that wraps you around so tight. Yes, it's like soup is very welcoming to everyone, like it accepts everyone. Everyone loves soup. Just like hugs, everyone loves hug. Who doesn't like a hug, right? Everyone needs a hug for once in a while, to be honest. But every once in a while, you'll say something like, hey, maybe I don't want a big hug right now. Because, maybe a hug for me right now is it's too warm for me. And it's too big for me, It's a hug. It's too much, Maybe we just met like yesterday, and maybe a hug the next day is not too good. Maybe I want something small, like, How about a pat in the head or shake hands? Let's just shake hands, instead of hugging. Let's just shake hands because we already hugged yesterday. So let's just shake. With shake hands, Pancit Canton was born. Does it make sense? Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense to you guys. With this, it's a perfect snack. It's not too much and it's not too little. It's just the perfect amount of size. And you'll be left satisfied after eating. Well, to me, not too much. Yun, may problema na naman ulit. There are times where there's a problem in the amount of noodles. Sometimes when I feel like really eating a lot, like a full meal or something like that, I would cook like 2 instant noodles instead of 1. But then after eating 2, I usually really get bloated after this. Like, I get, big stomach, and then I cannot move properly. It's not good. No one likes having that. After multiple experiences, Instead of cooking 2 instant noodles, I just match my pancit canton with pandesal. So no noodles are wasted and no stomach is left unsatisfied. Usually instead of cooking 2 pancit canton, I just cook 1 and then match it with 2 soft, so warm, very nice to the touch pandesal. The OG pandesal. I don't like the store market pandesal. I like the OG pandesal where you buy at the bakery. You know, those are the OG. Everyone loves that. Those are the tunay pandesal. Yeah. If I were to describe how easy it is to prepare pancit canton, it's easy as boil water, put noodle, drain water, put flavor packet. Easy. You see how fast that just went past by. That's just how easy it is to cook pancit canton. It's just that how easy it is. Look, I'll do it again and try to anong word yun? I'll do it. I'll say it all again and try to keep up with it as much as you can. Look, I'll say it once again. Boil water, put noodle, drain water, put flavor packet. Boom. It's that how it's that how fast it is. And then easy. It usually takes like 3 minutes to cook noodles at least, or it depends on you on how you want your noodles to end up being like. My main issue here in this part, although, is not before the steps, but kind of after the steps, where it is the put flavor packet part. Most of the time, when I fiddle with the flavor packet, you know, the two square things that it is included inside the pancit canton, the dry part, the powdered part, it's not a big problem. The main problem here, for me personally, is the sauce packet, where every time, I don't know why, but every single time that I open the sauce packet, everything, like literally everything will just starts to come out. Like, I don't know why. Am I doing something wrong? Am I just, even for me to not spill out everything, I have to perfectly, like literally, scientifically, mathematically align it perfectly and to cut it as closely perfectly as I can, so nothing will be spilled out. And usually it takes me like 30 seconds to do that, just to cut like a small packet of it. And then I think to myself, what am I doing? I'm wasting this much time into just focusing on this small packet. That's a big deal for me when, you know, cooking the pancit canton, and it's not a good thing for me. So there's that. There's the downside of that. Okay, conclusion. For my conclusion, after all the positive and the negative sides that I have talked about on Pancit Canton, Lucky Me Pancit Canton, I therefore conclude all of these thoughts that I have gathered, all the answers that I have answered, all the comments that I have commented. I shall state here that Pancit Canton is very good, you know. It's actually quite nice. It's nostalgic to eat. It's just good for me. But also at the same time, it's not perfect. There are some parts there that has some minor flaws that requires not too big changes. I feel like if you give Lucky Me like a solid 1 week of updating their Lucky Me Pancit Canton, I might. It might be my favorite snack of all time, I must say. And with that, I will give my rating a 7 out of 10. Also, I won't be giving them like a 10 out of 10 rating, possibly ever, I think, because, you know, eating pancit canton every time as a meal would actually kill you.